The letter from Paris.
It is a cold afternoon in October. The wind moves the curtains and soft light comes through the window. I sit with a cup of tea, watching the clouds. The sky looks heavy and grey. The streets below are quiet. Sometimes I like grey days. They make me feel calm and they help me think. Today I am cleaning my old writing desk. I have had this desk for many years. It travelled with me from one apartment to another, from one country to the next. The wood is scratched and one leg is a little uneven, but I love it. It holds my life, letters, scripts, and memories from old films. I take out some envelopes, photos and postcards. There are pictures of me on set, smiling in dresses from another time. I see old movie tickets and notes from friends. Then, under a small pile of papers, I find something that makes me stop. It is a thin yellow envelope with French words written on it. The ink is faded, but I know the handwriting. My heart beats faster. I sit down again and hold it in my hands. It is a letter from Paris. I whisper the name softly. Julien. Julien was a young cameraman I met when I filmed my first international movie many years ago. I was 27, full of dreams and very nervous about my new role. Paris felt like magic. The lights, the music, the smell of coffee in the streets. Everything felt new and alive. Julien was different from anyone I had met. He was quiet, but his eyes were full of kindness. He often helped me with my lines in French. Sometimes, during breaks, we sat by the river and shared stories. He told me about his little sister, about his love for cinema and his dream to travel. He used to say, "One day, Elsie, you will forget Paris, but Paris will never forget you." When filming ended, I had to return home to Los Angeles. Julien wanted me to stay longer, but I had another film waiting. I promised to write. He promised too. A few weeks later, he sent this letter. But I was busy, travelling from one city to another. I must have put it in a box and forgotten it. Until today. Now, after all these years, I open it carefully. The paper is soft and smells of time, old ink, maybe a little perfume. I unfold it slowly and begin to read.
Dear Elsie, Paris is beautiful this week. The leaves are falling and the air is cool. I walk along the river every evening. I remember your laugh when the wind blew your hat away. I wanted to tell you something before you left, but I was afraid. You brought light to my days, and now Paris feels a little darker. Maybe one day we will meet again, in this life or the next. Until then, I wish you happiness, wherever you are. Julien.
I read his words again and again. My eyes fill with tears, but I smile too. Julien passed away many years ago. A friend told me he had an accident during filming. I remember feeling sad, but life moved quickly back then. There were always interviews, cameras, scripts. Sometimes I wonder if I ever truly stopped to feel. Now, in this quiet room, I feel everything: the warmth, the loss, the sweetness of what was once possible. I take a deep breath and look out the window. The grey sky has turned soft blue. A few leaves fall slowly to the ground. The world looks gentle again. I place the letter back in the envelope and set it on my desk. Then I whisper, "Merci, Julien. You didn't forget me." The clock ticks softly. I sip my tea, now a little cold, and smile. I think of Paris, the laughter, the lights, the river. Some things never really leave us. They just wait quietly, like old letters, until we are ready to open them.
Now, let's take some time to think about the story more deeply. Answering the questions out loud will help you improve your English speaking skills. Questions to ponder. 1. Why do you think Elsie never opened the letter when she first received it? 2. What memories come back to her as she reads Julien's words? 3. How does the story show that some feelings never truly disappear? 4. What do you think Elsie learns about herself at the end of the story? 5. If you found an old letter from your past, would you open it or leave it sealed? Why? Thanks for listening and pondering with us. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for our next story.